Okay, YouTube, we got the wiring harness in, and we got it plugged in to the main plug. We got the left and the right speaker wire run. The speaker's back in place, and so we're going to test it out here.
Well, it's time not only to wrap up this workday with our commercial-free hour at 5, but Bobby Bones wants to give you another shot at $1,000 in iHeart Country cash. Does that sound all right? You're just a text message away. Yep, Bobby will have your keyword here in just a few minutes to kick off the 5 o'clock hour, okay? Then Dustin Lynch will get us...
Okay, here I am finishing up the video about installing the stereo speakers. I plugged them in underneath the seat. You got to take the seat off, and there's a plug in there for the wiring harness. You just plug it in, and I showed you that. And then I brought the wires up from behind the seat right here into this little hole right here, already pre-drilled, and put it in there. That's actually the hole where the on-off button goes for the trunk light, but I'm going to show you my new trunk light installation in just a minute. So I'm not going to use that, so I just ran that in there, left a little extra so it won't pinch when the trunk lid is closed. And the same thing over here. I routed it up behind the seat, then in through the bottom of the stereo speaker, and the speakers work great. Now I want to show you what I did with a trunk light installation. The trunk light that you buy from Honda with the wiring plus the light will cost you close to $100. I went to AutoZone and bought two 1-foot LED strips for $30. It's got all the wires. It's got on-off switch. Got everything you need. It's you save yourself about $70. Now, I already had the trunk wired for 12-volt socket right here, and so I pulled the excess wire out from the hole where it goes back underneath the seat, and I tied the two LED strips into that hot wire. It's got an on-off switch, so you don't have to worry about the light staying on all the time. I mounted one right here where you can see on the back, and I mounted one strip right along the back of the trunk. The switch is right under this back LED strip. It's right here. I'll turn it on. Now you can see the lights that are on, and now they're off. So the excess wire, there's a little pocket right back up in here by the tail light, and I just pushed that excess wire for the switch back up in there. And then you'll have a whole lot of extra wire you won't need for the hot and the ground. It is polarity sensitive, so you have to make sure you get the hot to the hot and the ground to the ground before the lights will work. And so I tied them in the wire before you get to the 12-volt plug, and that gave me hot and ground. Taped it up real good, and then shoved it back underneath there real neat. The excess wire I ran along the bottom of the trunk. You may not be able to see it very good. I'll turn the light on, maybe that'll help. There we go. I put the excess wire right here running down into the CD compartment, and I taped it on there with clear Gorilla Glue tape. And the same thing on the back here, the wire going down, I taped with clear Gorilla Glue tape so it'd be out of the way, and then down into the trunk compartment. So it's a very easy install. The strip on the back, you'll notice that there's some little dividers between these channels, and I had to grind out 1, 2, 3, 4 with a Dremel tool. I ground down those little dividers so the strip would lay flat in that channel in there. It doesn't hurt the trunk. It's just part of the molding process when they molded that inner trunk liner, and they're easily ground down with a little Dremel grinding head, and I ground those down. So I've got me 2 1-foot LED strips in the trunk now, and it lights up the trunk very good and doesn't draw anything very much volt or amperage or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that's my install of my trunk lights. Took me maximum of about less than 30 minutes to put the LED lights on, and took me a couple hours to do the stereo speakers, because you got to take the trunk lid down, you got to take the speaker boxes off, so on and so forth. But the sound is much better now. I got light in my trunk, and when I put this lid back on, it doesn't affect any of the wiring. And then I've got some a trunk mat that will go in there and cover up all that anyway, so you won't see the tape, you won't see the wire, and it's a clean install. So hope this video helped you. Do some extra stuff to your wing, personalize it for yourself, and enjoy your riding. Catch you later. Thank you.